Good afternoon. The UK's two largest tour operators have cancelled all flights to the Greek island of Rhodes as wildfires continue to rage. Officials there say more than 19,000 people have been evacuated from the island, including tourists and locals. Many were forced to spend the night in schools and sports halls. With the latest, here's Anna Geary.
For a six-day, wildfires ravage Greece. People pack up what they can in Rhodes, forced to flee to a destination unknown. This woman pleads for help as her house burns. She says our heart is here. Thousands were evacuated from 3 locations, including Lindos. British tourists were among those left in limbo on beaches, waiting to escape by boat. Several operators have already cancelled flights to Rhodes, but say they are running flights home. But some say they're stuck at the airport, waiting to get back to the UK.
So we're still here, about 20 hours later. We had some people go on to a plane. Only about 50 to 60 people were on it, and they were on that for about 30 to 60 minutes. And there was no aircon. They were in 40-degree heat. And a lot of those people were the elderly.
Greek authorities say around 19,000 people have been moved so far, the largest evacuation from a wildfire in the country. But some holidaymakers feel abandoned.
There wasn't any transport coming for us. All the buses were taken by other operators. So we made the decision to start walking. So we went with our kids in tow to walk we think 7 or 8 kilometres down the coast to another resort, which is where we are now. At the moment, we've got 0 news or timings on how long we're going to be here.
Authorities continue to battle the fires. 10 planes and 8 helicopters are involved in the efforts. But soaring temperatures and high winds are fueling concerns the situation could get worse. Anna Geary, ITV News.
Well, as Anna said, efforts are underway to bring people affected back to the UK. Joe Caution is at Gatwick Airport. Joe, what's the situation there?
Well, Yasmin, 3 flights from Rhodes will be arriving here at Gatwick Airport later today. And meanwhile, 12 flights from the likes of Bristol, Birmingham and Manchester will be or have already taken off to Rhodes. It's unclear at this stage how many passengers, if any, are on board those flights. But of course, those empty planes will be needed to bring Brits back home. 2 of the UK's largest tour operators, TUI and Jet2, have cancelled all flights and holidays today. TUI up until Tuesday, and if you're travelling on Wednesday, you can amend your holiday for free, they've told us this lunchtime. What about those holiday makers who have a trip booked to Rhodes beyond them? Well, we asked travel expert Simon Calder whether they'll be entitled to a refund.
Package holiday makers are covered by really good rules, which means that if you can't have the holiday you were expecting, you can cancel for a full refund. I expect as the day develops that the airlines will come up with policies which will allow people to get refunds or to postpone their trip.
Well, EasyJet have done just that. They've told us they will give customers a voucher or allow them to amend their flight to another date for free. The Foreign Office tell us they're sending a rapid deployment team to the airport in Rhodes to assist with those who have lost passports and documents in the wildfires. Still plenty to do, a fast-moving picture to bring all of those Brits back home.
Joe, thank you very much. And if you're planning to travel to the area affected and want advice or to know your rights, do head over to our website, itv.com/news. Rishi Sunak and Sir Keir Starmer are being urged to keep their party's green policies. The expansion of the ultra-low emission zone has been blamed for Labour's failure to win the Uxbridge by-election. The Housing Secretary, Michael Gove, has said he wants to relax the deadline for private landlords to make energy efficiency improvements. Ukrainian officials say at least 1 person has been killed and 22 injured in a Russian attack on the city of Odessa overnight. Missiles struck a church, which had 2 people inside, and nearby businesses and a residential block. David Harper reports.
This morning in Odessa, assessing the damage. This port city on the Black Sea coast is no stranger to Russian attacks, but last night's strikes took their toll on the people and their heritage. At least 1 person was killed when missiles hit buildings near the city centre. 22 others were wounded, including 4 children.
Explosion. I don't understand anything. Total darkness. Bricks and glass fall on me. I don't see anything at all. I took the phone. I can't see anything with the phone because there is dust.
One of the buildings badly damaged was the Transfiguration Cathedral, a historic landmark dating back more than 200 years and one of the largest and most important Orthodox cathedrals in Odessa.
It hit the right side. This is the right side altar. The cathedral was divided into 3 parts. It got into the right part that honours St. Peter and penetrated to the basement.
Moscow has denied striking the Transfiguration Cathedral. In a statement, the Russian Defence Ministry claimed it was likely to be caused by the fall of a Ukrainian anti-aircraft guided missile and that it was attacking sites where terrorist acts against the Russian Federation were being prepared. UNESCO designated the historic centre of Odessa as an endangered World Heritage Site earlier this year, describing it as a time capsule of 19th century urban planning. It's also, though, a key port for Ukrainian grain exports. With the agreement with Moscow to allow these exports now ended, it's likely to remain on the front line of the conflict in Ukraine for some time. David Harper, ITV News.
In the cricket, it's been another frustrating day so far for England. They need a win in the 4th test at Old Trafford to keep their Ashes hopes alive. But so far, the rain has meant there has been no chance of play. And finally, it could be the end of the iconic Twitter bluebird. That's according to Elon Musk. He's tweeted, of course, to say that he'll be replacing the logo with an X, presumably in a nod to his company X Corp. And that is it from us for this afternoon. Bye-bye.